Hello and welcome back to our Zero to Hero Norland challenge. And you may notice that there has been some city changes since the last episode. Basically, I decided to go ahead and move this peasant house down like I had mentioned before. And then at the same time, I actually said that I was going to move the pig farm over. However, I wasn't able to do that because if you remember when I actually placed this, this was moved down too far. So basically it would be sandwiched between the rock and the pig farm and wouldn't have enough room, and that's why we initially moved it out. So I had to move all of this stuff up one space, and then I also redid all of the roads. So now that spent about 50 gold extra, and I think it spent a total of about 70 wood. So it was kind of an expensive feat, I guess, especially for us at this junction, where money is pretty valuable for us right now, but I think it looks so much better, and this should help Sadibor even that little bit. It may save him 5 minutes every couple of days on inspections, so nothing too crazy, but like I said, it looks better, and it gets the peasant houses all into one nice little area here. At the same time, we are probably going to at some point in this episode get rid of this dormitory and create some more peasant houses in its place. But right now we have 4 homeless, so we don't really want to create too much homelessness. I want to wait until this peasant house actually gets completed. But otherwise it's pretty much just back to the daily do of having Sadibor do his inspections, which, by the way, I have to force him to do once again, so that's pretty terrible, but that is a thing we'll have to be dealing with again. Now, as well, as you can see here, our reinforcements are actually leaving. Now, I don't understand this whole mechanic. It seems every single time that bandits try to attack your city, it says that they're going to attack your city, and then they go and attack a village instead. I'm not really sure why that is. I'm also thinking that because we already kind of have bad relations with everybody, well, mostly Vasta right now, Ugrad, ironically, is the one that actually likes us now. It may not be a bad idea to eventually hire bandits, but the thing is then they get the cowardice and everything. But having the numbers may actually be a good thing, but we'll have to pay taxes on them as well, so that'll affect us with the trader, so I'm really not sure at the moment. Now we do have this rutabaga field that we need to put a manager on as well. And yeah, that seems to be it for the moment. As you can see, I sometimes have to double click for inspections now as well, which makes it even that bit more tedious. Now, one thing I'm thinking that may actually be good here, we could make a peace treaty, but it will cost us 400 gold. This may actually work just because Vasna and Kriege are actually enemies right now, but I can't actually see for some reason what Ugrad's opinion of Vasna is. I don't really know why that is. Maybe they just don't have any relation at the moment. Maybe that just means completely neutral. But I think that there was a face or something when it's neutral, so I'm not really sure what's going on there. See, we can see our relation to them. Sadibor's opinion of Perla is plus 18, but Perla actually hates us, which is kind of funny. Ugrad actually likes us, of course. Yeah, so I don't understand what's going on there. But a peace treaty may be good just so that we can stop them from trying to attack us, and also it'll recreate good relations with them, or at least partially, so that we can go and flesh wolf hunt with them or whatever, which of course we can't do right now. But as you can see, Sadibor does want to go and see Perla, which is the ruler here of Vasna, so I don't know. That may be something we have to think about doing. It will be a big investment, but I don't know if I see anything really to get around that at the moment. Yeah, so that may be a thing. Okay, and as you can see, we got the trader. Now, this is huge for us because if you remember, we have 3 people who actually are going to be getting the gangrene, and they have 5 hours for that. So we actually need to go ahead and send Sadibor to do this right away, and hopefully it will be in time for them to actually go and get the medical salve. I don't actually know if it will be. It'll definitely be cutting it close if they do end up getting it. We need 3 of them. I may just go ahead and double up and get like 6. Okay, here we are. Tax on warrior is only actually 230 today, but we are already market saturated here on the meat, so this is going to be pretty difficult. all we can really do is sell we could sell one. Wow, we can sell a whole one. Oh, good. That's awesome. Okay, well, that is something we're just gonna have to deal with. We're gonna sell as much moonshine then as we can. It looks like that's actually gonna help us. Okay, that's gonna get us 16 gold back. Alright, that's our savior right now. We'll sell... Can we sell any wood? No, not really. Did we finish keeping prisoners? I don't remember. I think we did, right? I don't really care. We don't really need it. Yeah, we basically just sell prisoners as soon as we're able to anyways. There's probably not going to be anything here that we need either. The only thing would be alchemy lab at this point, and I don't see that anywhere. I believe that's a green book, so we don't need that. Okay, this is good. Do they have medical salves? They have one. This is terrible. This just keeps on being a thing. This is why we need the alchemy lab, but we just keep getting super unlucky with it. And there's nothing else more we can really do here. Wow. That is terrible. I don't even have words for how terrible it is. So, okay, well, maybe we'll save one person. Will they actually go and get... Yeah, he's going for the medicine. Will he make it first? I hope he does, because he's our... Yes, he got it. Okay. Take the medicine, and he's alive. Okay, whew. That's one of our best warriors is now going to survive. Unfortunately, this guy's going to die. He's dead. 100%. So... And it's just because we don't seem to have a trader that has any medical salve. That's the only issue. It's really the only issue. So I guess if we want to search for a bright side here, that bright side would be that these guys dying will lower the amount of tax that we end up having to pay. And what we can do now, the reason that we were hiring strong people to begin with was because that was the only way in which we were going to be able to fight bandits. Because we needed strong amounts of people, right? But now that we actually have an army of 10 people, we can trade some of these guys in for slightly weaker ones, train them in the training ground that we now have, and that should actually be okay, because if you don't know this, the training ground, if you train somebody in the training ground, their taxes never go up. So we can actually hire people who are 3 combat skill. They will cost us 9 in tax, and we can just train them up to level 10, and they will always be 9 in tax. So that is something that we can start doing. That's what makes the training ground probably one of the most useful buildings in the game if you are going to be combat focused whatsoever. But yes, so that's going to be probably our plan now, is to try to lower our amount of taxes. If we can only be paying about 100 in taxes in the end, maybe like 200, and still have an army of 10 to 20, that would be superb. Now, just to go on another little tangent here, we are at almost 40% here on Mace Stun, and this is another thing that is going to massively improve our army capability. If you don't know, Mace Stun basically makes it so you have a 3 times greater or something, 3 times the chance to daze with maces, regardless of skill. So this basically makes it so you will take prisoners like essentially 3 times more often, and this means that you can sell those prisoners for more money, first of all, but I believe it actually makes it so that a person will be taken out in combat more quickly with mace users. Now, because of this, maces become one of the best weapons in the game, maybe only really surpassed by maces, and of course by swords if you are only fighting bandits, but if you want like a jack-of-all-trades kind of a weapon, then I would say this makes maces essentially the best. I think they'll still be slightly edged out by axes, but to actually use axes takes you until the end game to even be able to consider that, and maces you can just use at any time. But yes, so that makes maces much better, and it should make our army much stronger. Now, because we have managed to actually sell off some of our moonshine finally, I think I'm going to take this back down probably just to 250. I just want to make it so so all of our rutabaga doesn't end up getting thrown into the brewery. As I've mentioned before, what they'll do is they basically take every single raw resource, I guess you would say, and they put it in the building for the production that is actually set. So for instance, as you can see, we need 90 rutabaga for the amount of moonshine we now need, because we have 160 total and we want 250, right? So it puts all of that into the production building at the beginning of the day, right? So that means 90 of our rutabaga are going to be taken and they're going to be put into the brewery. This means that if that rutabaga doesn't get taken back to the storage at the end of the day in time, then these guys won't be able to take it over to the trader, and that means that people won't be able to buy rutabaga. So if you understand what I just said, basically that means people will start to starve. That is kind of the end result there. That is not something we want to have happen, and that's why I keep managing the production. So micromanaging. Doesn't usually matter in a normal playthrough, but in this one, every little tiny issue becomes a major issue. Now, I think what we're going to do, taking a look, I actually want to see, so lumber mills are currently essentially being inspected around the same time as rutabaga fields. This means I don't want to move them over to where the pig farms are, because this will actually make a major inefficiency as far as inspections go. So I do want to move them, but I think we'll just move them over to where the temple is, because that's not too far of a walk from here. And it will allow our workers to just get over to where they need to cut down wood just that little bit faster. And will allow these trees to actually regrow. So we're going to go ahead and do that. I would place this one over here next to this rock, but honestly, them being both closer together is probably better for Sadibor as well. And we'll just go ahead and create a little path. Maybe from right here. Doesn't need to be much. Just something like this. Maybe just have a line through. I don't know if he'll actually walk right through like that, but we'll go ahead and see how that works. Now we're also going to move this day patrol, of course. And I think what we will probably do, let's see, how's that? Okay, we'll move it just a little bit further. Okay, so like that. And we currently have 4 guards. What I'm thinking though, because most of them are just going to be training in the training ground, I probably want most of them to actually do that. So we'll just probably put this down to 2 is probably fine, because then it'll just be these 2 strongest guys who can't train in the training ground anyways. It seems like that's what they were doing, because there was 2 out of 4, so it seems like they were just doing that automatically. But of course, as I've said, every little thing turns into a big thing, so I just like to micromanage everything. It's not like there's a whole lot else for us to do anyways, so it's probably okay to do like this. Now, as you can see, the attack icon has actually disappeared from Silverkeep, so it seems now they are going to attack our town, and all of our reinforcements actually decided to leave. Ugrad, it says, might help us, but it doesn't look like they actually are, and it looks like they're having problems with this bandit camp actually going to attack Dawnfield. So I think we're going to be alone here. I don't think these levels are right either. They do have 1 3 to 5 bowmen, but the rest of these are 7 to 15. So I don't think 3 to 5 is correct at all, but if that is actually what it is, we should be fine. But I don't think that's how it's going to actually be. Now, these guys are actually attacking this camp of forest bandits, so maybe Ugrad will decide to actually send us some help, but it doesn't seem like it. They took our reinforcements back. And I just think that this whole system seems to be buggy, because it was previously allowing them to come and defend us, and then it seemed the forest bandits were going to attack Silverkeep, and so they all left, and now we're just left alone. I don't know why that is. Seems like a bug to me, though. Now, it does say our moonshine order was complete once again. We have 250, so we're just going to pop this back up to 300, I guess. I guess I never had to take that down, but just for sake of micromanaging, for micromanaging's sake, that's what we did. Sadibor is being very cooperative. He has actually been doing a lot of his inspections today all by himself. Now he's trying to go eat. Spoke too soon. Okay, this is pretty funny. I'm Hotapa. That's gotta be it. That has gotta be some kind of essentially Easter egg by the developer. I'm Hotapa. There's no way that is meant to just be a normal name in the world. I don't believe it. But nice try. Now with this inspection that Sadibor is doing, that will actually be 9 on the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Yes, he did pretty good. And look at that. It looks like the order has actually fixed itself. So he will do all of the rutabaga fields tomorrow, and then he will go to the brewery, and then over to the lumber mills, and then over to the hall stores. So it's not perfect, but that is much, much better. Absolutely amazing. Now we do have the trader once again. We'll just go ahead and sell our lumber down to 2 gold. Not getting much there, but it is something. We can sell a little bit of this meat as well. Not very much though. And we'll sell moonshine down to 2, I suppose. And we will sell... Oh, we can't barely sell any of that either. Now, I wish we would get done with mace stun, because that would save us a little bit of gold, but we are actually going to have to sell, I think, a little bit of this iron, because it has an increased price right now. And that is something I would actually like to take advantage of. What do we normally sell it for? Buys it for 4 normally, so we'll sell down to 3. Okay, that's perfect. So this is kind of a waste of iron in a way, but we kind of have to do it so we aren't sending a lot of gold away. Now, they do have medical salves today. We're going to buy all of them just preemptively. It's not going to matter, though. I already checked, and everybody has gangrene, so that's kind of unfortunate. They are going to die. But that is not something we can really worry about at the moment. So, Sadibor, he did pretty well today. We're just going to send him. He's got good moods. We're going to send him, actually. Oh, he's trying to eat anyways. Go to study knowledge, please. And this would be good. As you can see, this is actually the book trader. We're going to go ahead and just go look just to see what they have. Fighting drought. Caden training. Oh, that would be super, super good. The effectiveness of warrior training at training field is increased by 50%. Oh, that would be amazing. And the tax on war. This is probably the best book in the game right now. As far as just simple things that don't add mechanics. Tax on warriors decreased by 30%. That would be amazing as well, but both of these books are pretty good, but we actually can't do either of them. First of all, because they're too expensive. But the other thing is that this book is written in Caden, and this one's in Tanea, so we can't actually do either of these. Super unfortunate, because they are both extremely good. Okay, as what's become tradition at this point in this playthrough, we are sending Sadibor to study knowledge a little bit early. We also have 6 vagabonds and 2 cutthroats. We're probably going to go ahead. We have 2 unemployed, so we'll go ahead and put these onto scaffolding. We'll give Sadibor something else he has to do today. But that should be okay. We're actually managing this inspection queue really, really well. It's just super micromanaging. As well, it's almost the work day. Go ahead and start his inspections right away. Now, I think these bandits should be coming any second at this point. We'll have to see, though. Now, see, this right here is exactly what I was talking about. 61 in the storage, and there's no rutabaga here in the actual hall storage. So hopefully this doesn't cause anybody to starve tonight, but it may end up happening. Okay, so now Perla's upset because we didn't attack the bandits in our lands here, and now these bandits are coming to attack us. So it is kind of annoying. Like I said, Ugrad, they're not coming to help us. They had come to help us, but then for some reason there was this little attack over the Silver Keep, and then they decided to leave. So yeah, assuming we had Ugrad, we would probably be fine, but because we don't, I think these guys have a very good shot at wiping us out. As you can see, this is also bugged. 3 to 5 mace level 3 to 5 mace users without armor, and 3 of them. That is totally incorrect. They're 10 to 14. Yeah, so this is bugged. A whole lot of this stuff with forest bandits attacking seems bugged. That might partially be because of the hardcore mode and the modifiers that we have that makes them stronger, but either way, that should not be a thing. So yeah, there's 7 of them, and 2 pretty strong bowmen as well. That's pretty scary. And the spearmen as well, because we don't have armor for our people. That's also scary. So we're probably screwed here. I don't know how we can possibly win this, especially with our people already dealing with things like smallpox. As you can see, we do have the smallpox epidemic, and yeah, it's not looking very good for us. The only hope we may have, let's see. Oh, okay, we have 4 people here that we can actually add to warriors right now. We probably should have done this before so that they would have spent some time on the training ground. We're going to hire this guy as well because he may be able to help us rebuild our army when they all pretty much inevitably die. And now Sadabor's trying to go study. That was actually my fault, I misclicked. We're going to wait until they're about an hour away, and then we're going to actually start building the army just so that they assemble. That's what we're going to do now. Neva, go ahead and bring everybody in. And that is just enough weapons. Thank goodness for that, at least. And this will allow them to get all of their weapons together. And the hostile squad is now nearby. Where's ours? Over here. Okay, we're going to put them right here, because they are definitely coming in over in this direction. As you can see, let's look at these bowmen. If it'll let us, 11. Is this the other one? Also 11. Yes. Okay, that's pretty worrisome. Those are strong bowmen. But at least these spearmen don't seem to be the strongest. Oh, this one's level 15. Okay, that's pretty bad too. Alright, well, all we have to really do is just hope. We do outnumber them, but our numbers don't really matter that much when you have level 1 to 4 people. These guys may actually just surrender immediately as well. We'll just have to see how this actually goes. We're going to try to keep all of our guys bunched together. We don't want any of them getting caught alone. Go ahead and run in. Neva, stay in the back, because if you surrender, then we're actually completely screwed. Alright. 5. Oh, okay, come on. Nobody surrender. 4, 3, 2. Okay, we might have this. I think we have this. We got it. Oh, okay. Wow. That is amazing. If Neva had surrendered there at the beginning, I think we absolutely would have lost. But we pull it off. We do. Okay. And they're down to 4. Okay, I did just dismantle that army. Let's take a look at people. Is there anybody he's got an infected wound now. 47 hours. Okay, we need to send him to attack because they're going to die. Some of them are going to die, and this is the best that we can actually hope for, is to make best use of what we have left of this army. So we're going to do that now. Okay, and we did once again get the trader. Now this is just incredible that we keep getting this. We actually have bows. I'm kind of thinking we'll just keep all of these weapons now. Well, okay, maybe we'll keep the spears but not the bows, because we are obviously fighting a lot of bandits, and I do like to take prisoners, but right now, even after we get mace done, I think that we need the spears for deadly ability. So we're gonna go ahead and get rid of the bows, which are actually pretty good as well, especially against unarmored. But we need the money, and I don't think we're gonna get enough from the rest of our sources here. So we are going to sell a little bit of the wood. Probably not going to be able to sell very much. We may even just take 2 gold apiece for it, because we have so much. And we're probably not going to use it. We'll bring the meat price down substantially, of course, as we tend to be doing. And we'll sell a little bit of the moonshine, not very much. Actually, we probably shouldn't even sell much of it, maybe just the one. We'll sell a little bit of the herbs here as well. As you can see, we're getting 8 back, so not very good there. Now, this guy actually has an 8 combat skill. He's yearning for freedom, and he's a former bandit, so he will actually have a debuff if we did try to turn him into a warrior. So we're not going to. And that appears to be all. We still are not getting the alchemy lab, which is super unfortunate, but there is 2 medical cells here. We'll buy them. And what we're going to do, we're going to go to the market, and we're just going to forbid selling medical salves. Already we have it set in the finance to not allow any of them, and none of them going to prisoners, but they seem to just be disappearing at random times, so I don't know what's up with that, really. It's possible that when they get rutabaga fever, I think that can actually be saved by, or healed, rather, by medical cells. I may be wrong about this. Let's actually see if we can find somebody with it. I think it says on the tooltip. This is smallpox. is the smallpox. That's the other annoying thing, is that smallpox and rutabaga fever looks the same. Okay, it doesn't mention it, so maybe I'm wrong there. I thought that you could heal it with medical salves, but let's see if somebody decides to go and buy one. Okay, I didn't see anybody trying to take one, but it is possible that I'm just missing the time that they decide to do it. So hopefully that nobody steals those medical salves, because we really need them for when our warriors make it back, assuming they do make it back alive. Where'd they go? Hold on, wait. Where'd they go? Hold on, are they in... Hold on, wait. They're not in the city. Did I not send them? Oh, they're over here. They're just standing there. Okay, well that's a great waste of time, guys. I don't, now they've got another warrior over there. This may be a little bit more difficult now. Should we cancel and maybe send this guy along as well now? That is super, super annoying. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Neva. And send you. And should we maybe just go ahead and send a spear user? Probably. And attack. Hopefully they will actually wait for this 10th guy. Where'd he go? Oh, he's unable to... Oh, he died. Oh, he died. Oh, that guy died. Alright. And what about this guy? Is he collapsed? Or is he dead? Nope, he's just unable to move, probably because of smallpox. Well, that's great as well. At least this guy with the spear is coming. What a day. And there is also a bug here. I don't even know what to call this. It appears that the font is just way, way, way too big. So I think that's what we're going to call it. I was going to try to attack this camp before. What are they doing now? Okay, they're... attack. Alright, they're on their way now. So, that's the thing. Alright. So we'll take care of that in the next episode, and hopefully Sadibor can actually make some ground. We are having a lot of troubles recently, and another guy's actually available now, so that would be nice to have thrown into the army, but we're not going to call it back again. So either way, I thank you guys very much for watching, and I will see you next time.